Who reigned supreme as Hollywood's ultimate blonde bombshell, the dazzling Jayne Mansfield or the iconic Marilyn Monroe? Get ready to uncover the glitz, glam, and gossip of these two legendary blondes. Stay tuned as we dive into the rivalry that set Hollywood ablaze. Jayne Mansfield and Marilyn Monroe were the epitome of Hollywood glamour in the 1950s and 1960s. Both actresses captivated audiences with their beauty, charm, and talent, becoming symbols of an era. While Monroe embodied the ultimate blonde bombshell, Mansfield carved out her own niche with boldness and wit. Today, we'll compare their lives, careers, and lasting impact to determine who was the true Hollywood bombshell. The debate over who was the ultimate bombshell between Jayne Mansfield and Marilyn Monroe is a challenging one, primarily because of the striking similarities and notable differences between the two. Both actresses emerged as prominent figures during the golden age of Hollywood, captivating audiences with their beauty, charisma, and on-screen performances. However, their paths to fame and the ways in which they were perceived by the public often diverged, adding complexity to the comparison. Marilyn Monroe, born Norma Jean Mortensen, became an icon of Hollywood glamour and sensuality. Her rise to fame was marked by her roles in classic films like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Some Like It Hot, where she showcased not only her beauty but also her comedic talent. Monroe's image was carefully crafted, embodying the ideal of the blonde bombshell, and she quickly became a global symbol of sex appeal and feminine allure. Her personal life, filled with high-profile marriages to Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller and struggles with mental health, added to her enigmatic persona, making her a subject of endless fascination and speculation. Jayne Mansfield, on the other hand, often drew comparisons to Monroe due to her similar appearance and style. Mansfield, however, carved out a distinctive path in Hollywood, known for her boldness and self-promotion. Her breakout role in Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter showcased her comedic talent and willingness to embrace the bombshell persona with a sense of humor and self-awareness. Unlike Monroe, Mansfield's public persona was more overtly playful and risque, often pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable in the conservative 1950s and 1960s. Her appearances in tabloids and publicity stunts kept her in the public eye, ensuring her place as a cultural icon. Despite their similarities, Monroe and Mansfield faced different challenges and criticisms. Monroe often struggled with being typecast and desired to be taken seriously as an actress, while Mansfield embraced her bombshell image, using it as a platform to gain fame and attention. These contrasting approaches highlight the complexity of determining who was the ultimate bombshell, as each woman brought her own unique flair and impact to Hollywood. Their rivalry, more of a Cold War than a genuine feud, also added to the complexity. Mansfield's arrival at 20th Century Fox, Monroe's studio, was seen as a strategic move to create competition. Public encounters, like the infamous snub at the New York premiere of The Rose Tattoo, fueled gossip and cemented their status as rivals. Despite this, both women left an indelible mark on Hollywood and continue to be celebrated as icons of their era. Adding to the debate is how both actresses managed their public personas and careers. Monroe often sought roles that would showcase her acting chops beyond the bombshell image, which led to conflicts with studio executives who preferred to typecast her. Her studies at the Actors Studio under Lee Strasberg were part of her efforts to be recognized as a serious actress. Mansfield, conversely, capitalized on her bombshell image, embracing roles and publicity stunts that highlighted her physical allure and comedic talents. Her calculated public appearances and bold antics, such as wardrobe malfunctions and suggestive poses, were designed to keep her in the limelight and cement her status as a sex symbol. The challenge in comparing Jayne Mansfield and Marilyn Monroe lies in their unique contributions to Hollywood and their differing approaches to fame. Both women were more than their bombshell images suggested, possessing intelligence, talent, and complexities that challenged the simplistic labels often placed upon them. Their enduring legacies continue to captivate and inspire, making the question of who was the ultimate bombshell a matter of personal perspective and appreciation of their respective impacts on Hollywood and popular culture. Marilyn Monroe's rise to fame was a mix of talent, timing, and an impeccable public image crafted by the studios. Born Norma Jean Mortensen, Monroe's transformation into a Hollywood icon began in the late 1940s. Her roles in movies like The Asphalt Jungle and All About Eve garnered attention, but it was Gentlemen Prefer Blondes that solidified her status as a leading lady. Monroe's performance of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend became legendary, cementing her image as the ultimate glamorous bombshell. Her ability to embody both vulnerability and sensuality made her a favorite among directors and audiences alike. Beyond her screen presence, Monroe's personal life, including her marriages to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller, kept her in the headlines and added to her mystique. Her relationships were often tumultuous, marked by intense public scrutiny and personal struggles. Monroe's battle with mental health issues, substance abuse, and the pressures of fame contributed to her enigmatic and tragic image, further endearing her to fans who saw her as a figure of both immense talent and deep personal conflict. Jayne Mansfield's path to stardom was equally compelling but distinct. Born Vera Jane Palmer, Mansfield leveraged her looks, charisma, and sharp wit to break into Hollywood. Her role in The Girl Can't Help It showcased her comedic talent and screen presence, making her a household name. Mansfield's career was marked by her savvy use of publicity. She was often in the news for her bold fashion choices and daring stunts. Unlike Monroe, who often sought to escape her bombshell image, Mansfield embraced it fully, becoming a symbol of exuberant sexuality and confidence. Her appearances in Playboy and her willingness to push the envelope kept her in the public eye and solidified her status as an icon. Mansfield's bold public persona was highlighted by her strategic use of publicity stunts, such as wearing revealing outfits that garnered media attention. One of her most famous stunts occurred at a 1957 party for Sophia Loren, where Mansfield wore a dress so low-cut that it caused a sensation, resulting in one of the most famous photographs of the era, with Loren giving Mansfield a disapproving side-eye glance. These antics, while controversial, ensured that Mansfield remained a constant presence in the media. Mansfield, on the other hand, capitalized on her bombshell image, using it to her advantage in both film and public appearances. She was known for her intelligence, with an IQ reported to be 163, and her ability to speak 5 languages. Despite her often risque public persona, Mansfield was a devoted mother to her 5 children and balanced her career with her family life. These facets of her life often went unnoticed by the public, who focused more on her physical attributes and publicity stunts. Their public personas were meticulously crafted, yet each woman managed to leave an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Monroe's ability to convey vulnerability and strength made her a beloved figure, while Mansfield's boldness and flair for the dramatic kept audiences intrigued. The lives of Jayne Mansfield and Marilyn Monroe are filled with intriguing and lesser-known details that make the comparison between them even more compelling. For example, Monroe's intellectual pursuits were a significant, yet often overlooked part of her life. She was not just a screen siren, but also a keen reader with a deep interest in literature and philosophy. Monroe was known to carry books by renowned authors such as James Joyce and Marcel Proust, which she read diligently in her downtime on film sets. This intellectual curiosity contrasted sharply with her public image as a blonde bombshell, adding layers to her persona that many fans only discovered posthumously. Jayne Mansfield, often perceived solely as a sex symbol, had an equally surprising depth. She was a classically trained musician who played both the piano and violin. With an IQ of 163, she was reported to be a member of Mensa, an organization for individuals with high IQs. These facets of Mansfield's character reveal a woman who was much more than her public persona suggested. Despite her calculated public image, Mansfield's intelligence and talents were real and multifaceted. One of the most defining moments in Monroe's career was her sultry performance of "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" for John F. Kennedy in 1962. This event epitomized her sex symbol status and remains one of the most iconic performances in American pop culture. The performance not only captivated the audience at Madison Square Garden, but also sparked numerous rumors about her relationship with the president, adding to her allure and mystery. Monroe's blend of intellectual depth and vulnerable sensuality contrasted with Mansfield's bold, self-promotional tactics. Each woman carved out a distinct legacy in Hollywood, making the question of who was the ultimate bombshell a complex and nuanced debate. In comparing Jayne Mansfield and Marilyn Monroe, we see two icons who both embodied and transcended the bombshell label. Their unique approaches to fame, personal lives, and career achievements showcase their individual strengths and challenges. Ultimately, the decision of who was the ultimate bombshell is subjective and depends on what aspects of their lives and careers resonate most with the audience. Who do you think rocked Hollywood harder, Jayne Mansfield or Marilyn Monroe? Was it the dazzling charm of Monroe or the bold charisma of Mansfield that stole your heart? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest Hollywood showdowns and stories. Join us as we continue to explore the fascinating tales of iconic figures who shaped the golden age of Hollywood. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.